Design Your Own Dream. How to Live by Your Vision, Not Someone Else's. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Introduction. Have you ever looked at your life and wondered, is this truly what I want, or am I simply following a path laid out by someone else? It's an unsettling question, but one that deserves your full attention. In a world that constantly tells us what success should look like, it's all too easy to end up chasing dreams that aren't even our own. From a young age, we're taught to measure success by certain benchmarks: the right education, the prestigious career, the perfect family, the checklist of accomplishments society deems worthy. But what happens when you tick all the boxes, yet still feel unfulfilled? What if the life you've been striving for doesn't align with what truly lights you up? This is where many find themselves, stuck in the trap of chasing someone else's dream. The truth is, genuine fulfillment and success don't come from conforming to the expectations set by others. They come from within, from embracing the unique ideas, passions, and visions that are yours alone. Design Your Own Dream is an invitation to break free from the mold, reject the paths prescribed by society, and instead craft a life that is uniquely aligned with your true self. This book isn't about abandoning the idea of success, it's about redefining it on your own terms. It's about trusting your inner vision and giving yourself permission to pursue the life that feels most authentic to you, even if it looks nothing like the traditional path others expect you to follow. It's about becoming the architect of your own journey and designing a life that reflects the dreams and desires that stir within you. In the pages ahead, you'll learn how to identify what truly matters to you, how to break free from limiting beliefs, and how to create a blueprint for your life that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. You'll discover practical strategies to stay focused on your vision, build the habits that will bring it to life, and navigate the inevitable challenges that arise when you decide to go against the grain. Whether you're someone who's already on the path to living authentically, or you're just beginning to question the direction you're headed, this book is designed to guide you step by step toward a life that is fully your own. It's not about finding the right path according to others, it's about creating the one that's right for you. Remember, the most extraordinary lives aren't built by following someone else's blueprint. They're built by those who dare to dream, create, and design the vision they see in their heads, even when it defies convention. So let's begin the journey. It's time to stop chasing someone else's dream and start building the life you were truly meant to live. We've noticed that 69% of you watching our videos haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Help us grow by hitting the subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for inspiring us to keep creating content for you. I would love to hear your thoughts. How did this book resonate with you, and what insights or questions did it inspire? Chapter 1. The Trap of Chasing Others' Dreams. Think about the last time you made a major life decision. Did it come from a deep sense of inner knowing, or was it influenced by what others expected of you? Perhaps you chose a career path that seemed prestigious, pursued a degree that your parents encouraged, or set goals that looked good on paper but didn't quite feel right in your heart. This is a common experience, and it's easy to see why, from a young age, we're taught to measure success by standards that aren't necessarily our own. Society offers a predefined script, a checklist of milestones that supposedly lead to happiness and fulfillment. But what if that script doesn't fit who you really are? What if the dream you're chasing isn't even yours to begin with? The truth is, the pressure to follow conventional paths can be subtle and pervasive. It often comes in the form of well-meaning advice from family, friends, or mentors. Get a stable job, they say. Follow this tried-and-true formula for success. While this advice may come from a place of love and concern, it can quietly lead you away from your true calling. Imagine being at a fork in the road. One path is well lit, well paved, and crowded with others who seem to know exactly where they're headed. The other path is a little darker, less defined, and requires more courage to navigate. The first path is the one society often nudges us toward, the safe, predictable route. But what if the path you're meant to take is the one less traveled? What if, deep down, you've always known that your journey lies somewhere off the beaten track? The problem with chasing someone else's dream is that it can lead to a life that looks successful on the outside but feels empty on the inside. You might achieve the milestones that others applaud, but still wake up with a nagging sense that something is missing. How do you know if you're on a path that's not truly yours? Here are a few telltale signs. You feel disconnected from your work. Even if you're good at what you do, there's a lack of passion or fulfillment. It feels like you're going through the motions rather than engaging with something that excites you. Your goals are based on external validation. You set goals primarily to impress others or gain approval, rather than because they align with your deepest desires. You often daydream about a different life, a life that reflects your real interests and passions, but you push those thoughts aside because they don't seem practical. If any of these resonate with you, you're not alone. Many people find themselves in this position at some point in their lives, stuck in a cycle of pursuing dreams that aren't really their own. Creating your own vision. So how do you break free from the trap of chasing someone else's dream? It starts with tuning into your inner voice, the one that's often drowned out by societal noise. It's about reconnecting with what truly matters to you, independent of what others think you should want. Here's a powerful exercise to begin the process. Rediscovering your authentic vision. 1. Set aside time for reflection. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Take a few deep breaths and allow yourself to relax. 2. Ask yourself key questions. Reflect on these questions. What activities or interests light you up, even if they seem unconventional or impractical? If there were no limits, financial, societal, or otherwise, what would you choose to do with your life? When have you felt the most alive, engaged, or fulfilled? What were you doing at that time? 3. Write down your answers. Don't overthink it. Just let your thoughts flow onto the page. Your responses may surprise you or reveal something you've been ignoring. The goal is to start peeling back the layers of expectations and get to the core of what you truly want. This process isn't about finding a quick answer, it's about reconnecting with the dreams and ideas that have always been within you, even if they've been buried for years. Choosing to design your own dream requires courage. It means accepting that your vision may look different from what others expect, and that's okay. It's about being willing to stand out, even when it feels uncomfortable. The good news is, the more you align with your authentic vision, the more fulfillment, joy, and satisfaction you'll find, not because you're following a pre-approved script, but because you're living a life that's uniquely yours. As you move forward, remember this: the most meaningful journeys aren't the ones mapped out by others. They're the ones you create, step by step, based on the vision only you can see. Chapter 2. Discovering your authentic self. When was the last time you paused long enough to ask yourself, who am I really? It's a question that seems simple, yet it's one that many of us avoid. Life moves fast, and the noise of responsibilities, opinions, and societal expectations can drown out the voice that holds the answer. But if you're serious about designing a life that's aligned with your vision, this is a question you need to answer with honesty and intention. In this chapter, we'll dive into the process of rediscovering who you are at your core, peeling away layers of conditioning, and getting to the essence of what truly matters to you. How we lose ourselves. As we grow up, we begin to wear masks, adapting to fit in, to please others, or to avoid criticism. We learn early on that certain behaviors are rewarded and others are discouraged. Over time, these masks become so ingrained that we mistake them for our true selves. Consider the expectations that have shaped your decisions. Maybe you were encouraged to pursue a career that promised stability, even if it never sparked passion within you. Perhaps you've adopted values that you assumed were yours because everyone around you held them, but deep down, they don't resonate with who you are. The problem with these masks is that they lead us further away from our authentic selves, making it difficult to distinguish between who we are and who we've been conditioned to be. The good news? Beneath those layers, your true self is still there, waiting to be rediscovered. Your inner compass, your authentic self, is that quiet voice inside that knows what you really want. It's the part of you that lights up when you're doing something that feels right and goes dim when you're moving away from your truth. Reconnecting with this inner compass is essential if you want to design a life that's truly yours. Here's how you can start that process. Identifying what feels aligned. 1. Think of moments when you felt completely engaged. Reflect on experiences when you felt deeply connected, energized, and fulfilled. What were you doing? Who were you with? What was the environment like? 2. Write down the common threads that appear across these moments. Is it creativity, helping others, adventure, learning, or something else? These are clues pointing toward your authentic self. 3. Identify when you felt drained or disconnected. Now think about moments when you felt the opposite, drained, uninspired, or disconnected. What was happening in those situations? Often, these moments reveal when you were moving away from your authentic self. By identifying what lights you up and what dims your spark, you can begin to see the contours of your authentic self. This is where your true vision for your life starts to emerge, not from what you think you should do, but from what truly aligns with who you are. Rediscovering your authentic self is only the first step. The next challenge is having the courage to live as that person, even when it means going against the grain. The world rewards conformity, but the most fulfilled people are often those who embrace their uniqueness, even when it's uncomfortable. When you live authentically, you might face resistance, both from within and from others. Self-doubt can creep in, questioning whether you're making the right decisions. Loved ones might express concern if your choices don't align with their expectations. But staying true to yourself requires trusting that inner compass more than the opinions of others. Here's the key. Authenticity isn't about being rigid or refusing to listen to advice. It's about honoring your deepest values and desires, even if they don't fit neatly into the boxes others have created for you. Embracing uniqueness. Ask yourself, what parts of myself have I been hiding to fit in or avoid judgment? Where in my life have I been compromising my authenticity to gain approval? What would it look like to show up fully as myself, without apology? These questions aren't easy to answer, but they're essential if you want to design a life that feels true to you. Authenticity is about embracing all parts of yourself, your quirks, your passions, your unconventional ideas, and recognizing that these are what make your vision unique. Creating a life that reflects who you really are. Once you've begun to reconnect with your authentic self, the next step is designing a life that reflects that truth. This isn't a one-time event, it's an ongoing process. Every decision you make, every goal you set, should align with your core values and passions. One practical way to ensure this alignment is by regularly revisiting your goals and asking, does this still resonate with who I am becoming? It's okay if the answer changes over time. Authenticity is a journey, not a destination. The important thing is that you remain committed to living in a way that feels true to you. As you design your path, remember that it's not about getting it perfect, it's about getting it real. The more you align your life with who you really are, the more fulfillment and purpose you'll experience, not because you're following a preset formula, but because you're living a life designed by you for you. Chapter 3. Unlearning Limiting Beliefs. What if the biggest obstacle standing between you and your dream isn't your circumstances, skills, or resources, but the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world? Limiting beliefs are the silent saboteurs that keep us playing small, often without us even realizing it. These beliefs are like invisible walls, confining us to paths that feel safe or acceptable, but ultimately keep us from pursuing what truly matters. In this chapter, we'll explore how limiting beliefs take root, how they subtly influence our decisions, and most importantly, how to unlearn them so you can move forward with confidence in the direction of your vision. Limiting beliefs are often planted in us early in life. They can come from well-meaning parents who emphasize stability over risk-taking, teachers who set expectations for what we can achieve, or society's narrow definitions of success. Over time, these messages become internalized as truths, forming a mental script that tells us what's possible and what isn't. Success means following a stable career path. People like me don't achieve that level of success. It's too late to start something new. These beliefs can become so ingrained that we rarely question them. We simply accept them as the way things are. But here's the reality. These limiting beliefs are not facts. They are assumptions that can be challenged and changed. The first step to breaking free from limiting beliefs is to identify them. This requires honest reflection and a willingness to confront the stories you've been telling yourself. Often these beliefs are lurking beneath the surface, influencing your decisions without you even realizing it. Here's an exercise to help you uncover them. Unearthing your limiting beliefs. 1. Identify an area where you feel stuck. Think of an area in your life where you feel frustrated, stuck, or unable to make progress. It could be related to your career, relationships, personal growth, or any aspect of your dream that feels out of reach. 2. Ask yourself why. Why do you believe you're stuck? What's stopping you from moving forward? Write down all the reasons that come to mind. 3. Look for patterns in your responses. As you examine your responses, you may notice recurring themes, such as fear of failure, doubt in your abilities, or assumptions about what's possible. These are likely your limiting beliefs. 4. For each belief, ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do you have to support or refute it? You'll often find that these beliefs are based on outdated or unfounded assumptions. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, you're in a position to challenge them. Remember, a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. The good news is that thoughts can be changed. Transforming limiting beliefs. Now that you're aware of the limiting beliefs holding you back, it's time to rewrite your mental script. This involves replacing those disempowering beliefs with ones that align with your vision and empower you to take action. Here's how. 1. Turn limiting beliefs into empowering ones. For each limiting belief you've identified, create an empowering alternative. For example, limiting belief: I'm too old to start a new career. Empowering belief: it's never too late to pursue something that aligns with my passion and purpose. 2. Just like limiting beliefs became ingrained through repetition, your new empowering beliefs need consistent reinforcement. Write them down, repeat them daily, and surround yourself with reminders that affirm these beliefs. 3. Start behaving as though your new beliefs are already true. This isn't about faking it, it's about aligning your actions with your desired mindset. The more you act in alignment with your new beliefs, the more they become a natural part of your thinking. The subtle impact of limiting beliefs on your vision. Even after identifying and challenging limiting beliefs, it's important to recognize how subtle they can be. Sometimes they show up in disguised forms, such as procrastination, self-sabotage, or constantly second-guessing yourself. These behaviors are often signals that a deeper belief is still at play. Whenever you find yourself hesitating or holding back from taking a step toward your vision, pause and ask yourself, what belief is influencing this decision? This question brings awareness back to the surface, allowing you to consciously choose a more empowering perspective. Imagine the freedom of pursuing your vision without the weight of limiting beliefs holding you back. Picture yourself making decisions from a place of possibility, rather than fear or doubt. This shift is where true growth begins. When you start believing that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of living out your vision, you'll notice a change not just in your thoughts but in your actions, results, and ultimately your life. The journey to designing your own dream is as much an internal process as it is an external one. By shedding beliefs that no longer serve you, you make space for new possibilities, new opportunities, and a renewed sense of confidence in creating the life you envision. As you move forward, keep in mind that unlearning limiting beliefs is a continuous practice. Old beliefs may try to resurface, but with the tools you now have, you'll be equipped to recognize and replace them. The more you challenge these beliefs, the less power they hold over you, and the closer you get to fully embracing your vision. Chapter 4. Embracing Uncertainty and Risk. Designing your own dream often requires venturing into uncharted territory. Unlike following a well-trodden path where steps are predictable, creating a life aligned with your unique vision involves embracing the unknown. For many, this is where fear takes root. Uncertainty is uncomfortable, and risk can be daunting. But what if, instead of seeing uncertainty and risk as obstacles, you began to view them as vital ingredients in the journey toward your true vision? In this chapter, we'll explore how to shift your mindset around uncertainty, how to cultivate resilience in the face of risk, and why taking bold steps is essential to creating a life that's authentically yours. Let's face it, most people crave certainty. We're wired to seek stability and predictability because it makes us feel safe. This is why following someone else's path often feels easier. It's laid out, proven, and comes with fewer surprises. But the trade-off is that it's rarely fulfilling if it doesn't align with who you are. When you design your own dream, there's no blueprint. The steps aren't always clear, and that can be intimidating. The fear of the unknown often triggers questions like, what if I fail? What if I'm making the wrong choice? What if this doesn't work out? These questions are natural, but they can paralyze you if you let them. The key is to recognize that uncertainty is not your enemy. In fact, it's a necessary part of growth. Every great achievement, invention, or new idea was born out of someone's willingness to step into the unknown, to take risks without guarantees of success. What do you really have to lose? We often see risk through a negative lens, focusing on what could go wrong. But let's take a moment to flip that perspective. What's the real risk of not pursuing your vision? The risk of living a life that feels empty, of settling for mediocrity, of never knowing what you're truly capable of because you were too afraid to try. Ask yourself, what is the cost of staying in your comfort zone? How will you feel in 5 years if you continue on the same path, playing it safe? Once you shift your mindset to see the potential loss of not taking action, the risks of pursuing your dream can feel far less daunting. The real danger lies not in stepping into the unknown, but in remaining stuck in a life that doesn't fulfill you. The key to thriving in uncertainty. If you want to design your own dream, resilience is essential. Resilience is the ability to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear, when setbacks arise, or when fear tries to pull you back. Here's the truth: uncertainty and setbacks are inevitable on this journey. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to resilience. So, how do you cultivate resilience? 1. Embrace a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn and improve rather than as threats. Instead of fearing failure, they view it as feedback that helps them grow. When you approach uncertainty with curiosity rather than fear, you become more adaptable and open to new possibilities. 2. Instead of trying to leap into the unknown all at once, break down your risks into smaller, manageable steps. Each step builds confidence, and with each success you become more comfortable navigating uncertainty. 3. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to take risks, who believe in your vision, and who remind you of your strengths when you doubt yourself. A supportive community can make all the difference when facing uncertainty. 4. Your why is the driving force behind your vision. When uncertainty feels overwhelming, reconnect with why this dream matters to you. What is at stake if you don't pursue it? Let your why be the anchor that keeps you grounded when things feel shaky. One of the greatest challenges in embracing uncertainty is learning to trust yourself. When you forge your own path, there won't always be external validation or clear markers of success along the way. You have to cultivate an inner trust that says, I may not know exactly where this is leading, but I trust that I'm capable of figuring it out as I go. This self-trust is built through practice. Each time you take a step into the unknown and navigate it successfully, whether it's launching a new project, changing careers, or taking on a challenge, you strengthen your confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Building self-trust in uncertain situations. 1. Recall past moments of success in the face of uncertainty. Reflect on times in your life when you took a risk or faced uncertainty and it turned out well. What strengths did you rely on? How did you navigate the situation? Write down these examples as reminders of your resilience. 2. Imagine yourself successfully navigating the current uncertainties you face. Picture how it feels to have overcome the challenges and achieved your goals. Visualization is a powerful tool for building confidence. 3. Trust grows with action. Identify one small step you can take today toward your vision, even if it's outside your comfort zone. Each small win builds momentum and reinforces your ability to handle uncertainty. When you learn to embrace uncertainty, you unlock a sense of freedom that's hard to find on a well-defined path. You become less afraid of making mistakes and more open to experimenting, exploring, and discovering new possibilities. Uncertainty becomes less about risk and more about potential, the potential to create something entirely new, something uniquely yours. The truth is, you can't design your own dream without stepping into the unknown. The path may not always be clear, but that's what makes it yours. Each uncertain step you take is an act of courage, and each risk you embrace brings you closer to the life you truly want. As you move forward in your journey, remember this: the most meaningful and fulfilling lives are not those that avoid risk and uncertainty, but those that embrace them with courage, curiosity, and a willingness to grow. Chapter 5. Designing your vision, crafting your life blueprint. Up until now, we've focused on identifying the traps of following others' dreams, reconnecting with your authentic self, and unlearning limiting beliefs. You've also started embracing uncertainty and risk as essential elements in creating a life that's truly yours. Now it's time to get clear on the life you want to build. This chapter is about shifting from vision to action, creating a detailed blueprint that aligns with your values, passions, and the dreams you hold closest. A well-designed blueprint doesn't limit your freedom; instead, it empowers you to create a life that reflects what truly matters to you. But where do you begin? How do you take those ideas and dreams that live in your head and turn them into a concrete plan? The clearer you are about what you want, the easier it becomes to make decisions that align with that vision. Vague goals lead to vague results, while clear intentions act as a compass, guiding you toward the life you desire. Your vision is the foundation of everything you build. It sets the tone for your daily actions, long-term goals, and even how you spend your time. Let's be honest, getting crystal clear on your vision can be challenging. Life is full of distractions, competing priorities, and conflicting advice. But clarity doesn't just happen on its own, it's something you actively create by digging deep and asking yourself the right questions. Getting specific about your vision. Before you can take action, you need a vision that's both inspiring and concrete. Here's how to start crafting your life blueprint. 1. Begin with your core values. Your values are the foundation of your vision. They're the principles that guide your decisions and determine what's truly important to you. Ask yourself, what are the non-negotiables in your life? Freedom, creativity, integrity, connection? What core values do you want your life to represent? And most importantly, how do you want to show up in the world every day, in alignment with those principles? 2. Think about where you want to be in 5, 10, or even 20 years. Don't just focus on external achievements like career milestones or financial goals. Dig deeper into how you want to feel and the impact you want to have. What kind of lifestyle do I want to create? What passions or talents do I want to express more fully? What kind of relationships do I want to cultivate? What legacy do I want to leave behind? 3. Once you have a clear long-term vision, it's time to break it down into smaller, actionable goals. For example, if your vision is to live a life of creative freedom, what specific steps can you take to start integrating creativity into your daily routine? If you envision a future where you're making a meaningful impact in your community, what actions can you start taking today to move in that direction? 4. When your vision is big, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. That's why it's essential to focus on what truly matters. Ask yourself, which goals will create the biggest impact in my life? What can I concentrate on right now that aligns closely with my values and long-term vision? How can I streamline my approach to prevent burnout while staying true to my purpose? Consistency in action. A beautifully crafted vision is just the first step. The real magic happens when you consistently take action. Many people get stuck in the dreaming phase because the vision feels so distant that they don't know where to begin. The key is to break it down into daily, weekly, and monthly actions that make the process manageable and sustainable. Here's how to create an actionable plan. 1. Reverse engineer your goals. Start with your long-term goals and work backward. If your 5-year goal is to launch your own business, what steps can you take in the next year, the next 6 months, and the next month to move closer to that reality? Break it down into actionable chunks. 2. Consistency is often more powerful than intensity. Small daily actions, when repeated consistently over time, lead to big results. Identify the habits that will keep you aligned with your vision, whether it's setting aside time for creative work, engaging in continuous learning, or building relationships that support your goals. 3. Track your progress and adjust as needed. Your vision is a living document, it can evolve as you grow. Regularly check in with yourself to see how aligned you are with your blueprint. Are the actions you're taking leading you toward the life you want, or is it time to pivot? Don't be afraid to refine your goals as you gain more clarity. Avoiding distractions and shiny objects. One of the biggest challenges in pursuing your own vision is staying focused. The world is full of distractions and shiny objects that can pull you off course. You might be tempted to chase every new opportunity or follow trends that don't align with your values. This is where your life blueprint becomes invaluable. When you have a clear vision, it's easier to say no to what doesn't serve you and yes to what truly matters. Here's how to stay aligned. Regularly revisit your vision. Set aside time to review your vision and goals, whether it's weekly, monthly, or quarterly. This practice keeps your vision top of mind and allows you to make adjustments as needed. Create boundaries around your focus areas. Guard your time and energy. If a new opportunity doesn't align with your vision, be willing to pass it up, even if it looks appealing in the moment. When faced with choices, ask yourself, does this align with my core values? Does it move me closer to my long-term vision? If the answer is no, it's likely a distraction. There's something incredibly empowering about living with intention, knowing that your daily actions are aligned with the future you want to create. When you design your own dream and take consistent action toward it, you begin to see the ripple effects in every area of your life. Fulfillment comes not just from reaching your goals, but from knowing that you're living in alignment with who you truly are and what you value most. As you continue to craft your blueprint and take steps toward your vision, remember this: your path is unique. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's, and that's what makes it powerful. Every decision, every step, every action you take is part of the masterpiece you're creating, a life that's designed by you for you. Chapter 6. Aligning your actions with your vision. You've done the deep work of uncovering your authentic self, identifying and challenging limiting beliefs, embracing uncertainty, and crafting a clear vision for your life. But even the most well-designed blueprint is meaningless without aligned action. This chapter is all about bridging the gap between your vision and the daily actions that will bring it to life. Your dream won't materialize by wishful thinking alone. It requires consistent effort, discipline, and the courage to make decisions that may go against the grain. Aligning your actions with your vision means creating habits, routines, and choices that are in harmony with what you truly want. This alignment is the key to living intentionally and achieving the life you've designed. One of the biggest challenges people face is the gap between what they say they want and how they actually live. You might have a clear vision of the life you want, but if your daily actions don't reflect that vision, you'll find yourself frustrated and stuck. This disconnect often shows up in subtle ways like procrastination, avoidance, or prioritizing the urgent over the important. For example, you envision a life filled with creativity and self-expression, but you spend your days in routines that stifle your creativity. You want to build meaningful relationships, but you fill your time with tasks that leave little room for connection. You dream of starting a new business or project, but you keep putting it off because of fear or overwhelm. In each of these cases, the vision and actions are misaligned. The key to closing this gap is not just about working harder, it's about working smarter, focusing on the right things, and making intentional choices that move you closer to your goals. Big dreams can feel overwhelming, leading to paralysis. One of the most effective ways to align your actions with your vision is by focusing on micro-actions, small, manageable steps that, when done consistently, lead to significant results over time. These micro-actions build momentum and help you stay committed, even when the big picture feels daunting. Here's how you can start implementing micro-actions. 1. Break down your vision into key areas. Divide your vision into core areas like health, career, relationships, creativity, personal growth, and financial goals. For each area, identify one small action you can take daily or weekly that supports your long-term vision. 2. You don't need to get everything perfect from the start. What matters more is consistency. Focus on showing up regularly, even if it's in small ways. Over time, these small actions compound into meaningful progress. 3. Keeping track of your actions reinforces your commitment. Whether it's a daily checklist, habit tracker, or journaling practice, find a system that works for you to measure your progress. The act of tracking also helps you stay accountable and motivated. Habits are the foundation of your daily life. They're the automatic routines that shape how you spend your time and energy. When your habits align with your vision, you naturally move closer to your goals without constantly battling resistance. But creating new habits and breaking old ones requires intention and effort. Here are some strategies to develop habits that align with your vision. 1. Start with keystone habits. Keystone habits are behaviors that trigger positive changes across other areas of your life. For example, regular exercise often leads to better sleep, increased energy, and improved focus, all of which support your overall vision. Identify the habits that have the most significant ripple effect and focus on building those first. 2. Habit stacking is a technique where you add a new habit onto an existing routine. For example, if you want to incorporate daily journaling, you can attach it to your morning coffee routine. After I make my coffee, I'll spend 5 minutes journaling. This makes it easier to stick to new habits because they're tied to something you already do. 3. When starting a new habit, make it so easy that it takes only 2 minutes to complete. For example, if your goal is to read more, start by reading just 1 page a day. The idea is to lower the barrier to entry so you can build consistency. Once the habit is established, you can gradually increase the time and effort. 4. Just as it's important to build habits that support your goals, it's equally crucial to identify and eliminate habits that work against you. Whether it's mindless scrolling on social media, unhealthy eating, or negative self-talk, These behaviors create friction and pull you away from your vision. Awareness is the first step to making a change. Your daily decisions determine the direction of your life. When faced with choices, big or small, ask yourself, does this align with my vision? It's easy to get caught up in making decisions based on convenience, fear, or short-term gratification, but if you want to stay true to your vision, you must learn to make decisions that align with your long-term goals. Consider these guiding questions when making decisions. Does this choice reflect my core values? Will this decision move me closer to or further away from my vision? Is this choice driven by fear, obligation, or external pressure, or is it aligned with what I truly want? When you consistently make decisions that align with your vision, you build integrity between what you say you want and how you actually live. The ripple effect of aligned action. When your actions consistently align with your vision, you'll notice a ripple effect in all areas of your life. Opportunities seem to appear more frequently, you start attracting like-minded people, and progress becomes more natural. This isn't about luck or chance, it's the result of living in alignment with your true desires and taking consistent, intentional steps toward your goals. Living in alignment is about more than achieving success, it's about experiencing fulfillment and peace, knowing that you're living true to yourself. It's about waking up each day with a sense of purpose, clarity, and direction, because you know that the life you're creating is fully in sync with who you are and what you want. Life is full of unexpected changes, some planned, some not. The key is to remain adaptable while still staying true to your vision. Flexibility is crucial because even the most well-crafted plans may need adjustments along the way. When faced with life's twists and turns, return to your core values and your overall vision. Use them as your anchor when making decisions, and be willing to recalibrate your actions as needed. As you continue aligning your actions with your vision, remember that the process is ongoing. It's not about perfection but about progress and consistency. With each aligned action, you're building the life you truly desire, one step at a time. Chapter 7. The Power of Saying No, Avoiding Distractions. One of the most overlooked yet crucial skills in designing your own dream is learning how to say no. In a world full of endless options, opportunities, and distractions, saying no is not just a refusal, it's an affirmation of what truly matters to you. Every time you say yes to something, you're also saying no to something else, often, what you truly value. In this chapter, we'll dive into the art of saying no, why it's vital for staying aligned with your vision, and how to confidently and respectfully decline the distractions that don't serve your path. The pressure to say yes is everywhere. From workplace obligations and social events to family demands and societal expectations, we're constantly bombarded with requests and opportunities that pull us in different directions. Many people feel obligated to say yes out of fear of missing out, fear of disappointing others, or fear of seeming ungrateful. But saying yes too often can lead to burnout, overwhelm, and most importantly, drifting away from your core vision. If your ultimate goal is to design a life that aligns with your true desires, then learning to say no is one of the most powerful tools you have. It's about protecting your time, energy, and focus so that you can fully invest them in what matters most. It's easy to see the immediate benefits of saying yes, whether it's the approval of others, the chance to explore a new opportunity, or simply avoiding conflict. But what's often overlooked is the opportunity cost. What are you giving up every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your vision? Saying yes to extra projects at work might look good on paper, but if it leaves you with no time to pursue your passion project, is it worth it? Agreeing to attend every social event might make you feel included, but if it drains your energy and leaves you no time for self-care or creative work, how does that serve you? Understanding the opportunity cost helps you make decisions more intentionally. Remember, every yes comes at a cost, and if you want to design your own dream, that cost needs to be carefully evaluated. One of the most liberating aspects of saying no is that it creates space for what truly matters. When you're clear about your priorities, setting boundaries becomes not only easier but essential. Boundaries aren't about shutting people out, they're about protecting the things that align with your vision, your time, energy, creativity, and focus. Here's how you can start setting boundaries that support your vision. 1. Get clear on your priorities. Revisit the vision you crafted in the earlier chapters. What are your top priorities right now? What are the non-negotiables that you want to protect? When you're clear on your priorities, it becomes easier to say no to anything that doesn't align with them. 2. When a new opportunity or request comes your way, ask yourself, does this align with my core values and long-term vision? Will saying yes to this bring me closer to or further away from my goals? What will I be giving up if I say yes to this? If the answer is no, or if it compromises something more important, it's a strong indicator that you should consider declining. 3. Many people struggle with saying no because they fear being rude or hurting others' feelings, but saying no can be done with respect and kindness. Here are a few examples of how to gracefully decline. Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm currently focused on other priorities. I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to have to pass so I can stay aligned with my commitments. I would love to help, but I'm not able to give it the attention it deserves right now. Navigating shiny objects and FOMO. One of the biggest threats to your vision is the endless stream of distractions and shiny objects that can pull you off course. Whether it's the latest trends, new opportunities, or the fear of missing out FOMO, these distractions can make it difficult to stay focused on your true path. Here's how to navigate distractions and stay committed to your vision. 1. Recognize the shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome is when you're constantly drawn to new, exciting opportunities, even if they're unrelated to your goals. While it's tempting to chase every new idea, this habit can spread your energy too thin and lead to fragmented progress. Instead, assess whether the new opportunity aligns with your vision or is just a distraction. 2. We live in an age of information overload, where everyone has an opinion on what you should be doing. The more you expose yourself to competing advice, the harder it becomes to stay true to your own vision and be selective about the information and advice you consume. Stick to resources that genuinely support your goals and minimize exposure to those that pull you in different directions. 3. The most successful people are often those who are laser-focused on a few key priorities. By narrowing your focus, you not only improve your effectiveness but also increase your chances of reaching your goals. Remember, you don't need to do everything, you just need to do the right things that align with your vision. Learning to say no isn't just about refusing distractions, it's about making room to say yes to the things that genuinely matter. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your vision, you're creating more space to say yes to opportunities, relationships, and actions that move you closer to the life you want. The power of saying no lies in its ability to protect your focus, energy, and time. It's a tool that helps you stay aligned, avoid burnout, and keep your momentum toward your goals. It's not about being rigid or inflexible, it's about being intentional and choosing to invest your resources where they will have the most significant impact. As you move forward in your journey, keep in mind that saying no is an act of self-respect. It's a way of honoring your vision and ensuring that you're staying true to the life you've chosen to design. The more you practice saying no with intention, the easier it becomes, and the more aligned your life will be with your dreams. Chapter 8. Overcoming setbacks and staying resilient. No matter how clear your vision is, or how committed you are to pursuing it, life will throw challenges your way. Setbacks, failures, and obstacles are inevitable parts of any journey worth taking. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't often comes down to one word: resilience. Resilience is the ability to adapt, recover, and keep moving forward in the face of adversity. It's not about avoiding difficulties, it's about learning how to navigate them with strength and grace. In this chapter, we'll explore the strategies you can use to build resilience, bounce back from setbacks, and stay on course even when things don't go according to plan. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't work out as planned. But what if, instead of seeing setbacks as failures, you viewed them as stepping stones? Setbacks are often the moments that teach us the most about ourselves, about our goals, and about what's truly important. Every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your approach. Consider this. Every successful person you admire has faced setbacks. The difference is that they didn't let those challenges define them. Instead, they used them as fuel to keep moving forward. The path to designing your own dream isn't linear, it's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. The key is to keep your vision in focus, even when the road gets rough. The foundation for bouncing back. Resilience is like a muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. While some people may naturally be more resilient, anyone can develop this quality with the right mindset and practices. Here are some strategies for building resilience. 1. Embrace a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats to their identity. When faced with a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow stronger? 2. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things go wrong, but self-criticism only drains your energy and confidence. Instead, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your feelings, remind yourself that setbacks are a natural part of any journey, and focus on what you can do next. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a close friend who's struggling. 3. When setbacks happen, it's tempting to get caught up in everything that's gone wrong. But resilience comes from shifting your focus to what you can control. Identify the actions you can take, no matter how small, to start moving forward again. This focus on actionable steps helps you regain a sense of agency and keeps you from feeling stuck. 4. Sometimes, setbacks aren't failures, they're redirection. They push you to explore new paths or approaches you might not have considered otherwise. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what new opportunities might this setback be pointing me toward? One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting quick results. When things don't happen as fast as they'd hoped, they lose motivation and start doubting their vision. But meaningful goals take time, and the most fulfilling dreams are often the ones that require persistence and patience. Developing a long-term perspective helps you stay resilient when progress feels slow. Instead of measuring your success by short-term wins, focus on the big picture. Ask yourself, am I moving in the right direction, even if it's slower than I'd like? Am I making consistent progress toward my goals? Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Every step you take, no matter how small, is part of building the life you want. Turning setbacks into comebacks, strategies for bouncing back. When you encounter a setback, it's normal to feel disappointed, frustrated, or even defeated. But it's what you do next that matters most. Here's how you can turn setbacks into comebacks. 1. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It's important to acknowledge how you feel, whether it's frustration, sadness, or anger, before you can move forward. Allow yourself to process those emotions, but don't let them dictate your actions. 2. After the initial emotional reaction, take a step back and assess the situation objectively. What went wrong? Were there factors within your control? What could you do differently next time? This kind of analysis helps you learn from the experience and avoid repeating the same mistakes. 3. A setback doesn't mean your vision is flawed, it may simply mean you need to adjust your approach. Be flexible in your methods while staying committed to your overall goal. Sometimes the best course of action is to try a different strategy, seek advice from others, or take a break to recharge before moving forward. 4. When you're feeling discouraged, it's easy to lose sight of why you started this journey in the first place. Reconnect with your core motivation, the reason you're pursuing this vision. Reminding yourself of your why can reignite your passion and give you the energy to keep going. 5. The best way to regain momentum after a setback is to take action, no matter how small. Even a tiny step in the right direction can build confidence and help you feel like you're back on track. The longer you wait to act, the harder it becomes to regain your momentum. Resilience isn't something you have to develop on your own. Surrounding yourself with resilient people, those who encourage you, support your growth, and remind you of your strengths, can make a world of difference. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities that understand your journey and can offer guidance when you need it most. Resilient relationships don't just provide comfort during tough times, they also challenge you to keep going when you're tempted to give up. These are the people who will remind you of your potential, even when you can't see it yourself. The journey of designing your dream life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Resilience isn't just about recovering from one setback, it's about maintaining your vision for the long haul, through all the highs and lows. It's about cultivating the mental and emotional endurance to keep moving forward, even when the path gets challenging. As you continue on this path, remember that setbacks are not the end of your journey. They're part of the process, and they often carry valuable lessons that can propel you forward in ways you never expected. The more you practice resilience, the more capable you become of handling whatever challenges come your way. Your dream is worth the effort, the persistence, and the resilience it requires. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, knowing that every challenge you overcome is bringing you closer to the life you've envisioned. Chapter 9. Surrounding yourself with the right support system. While designing your dream life is a deeply personal journey, it's not a path you should walk alone. The people you surround yourself with can have a profound impact on your progress, mindset, and resilience. Whether you realize it or not, your environment, the relationships, communities, and influences in your life plays a significant role in either helping you achieve your vision or holding you back. In this chapter, we'll explore how to build a support system that aligns with your goals, how to identify relationships that elevate you, and how to distance yourself from those that drain your energy or stifle your growth. The people you choose to have in your circle can either propel you forward or keep you stuck. Let's make sure it's the former. There's an old saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." While this might sound simplistic, there's truth to it. Your inner circle, the people you engage with most frequently, shapes your mindset, attitudes, and behaviors. When you're surrounded by people who believe in your potential, challenge you to grow, and support your journey, you're far more likely to stay committed to your vision. Consider these questions. Are the people in your life encouraging your growth or holding you back? Do they push you to think bigger, act bolder, and pursue your vision relentlessly? Do they celebrate your wins, hold you accountable, and lift you up when you face setbacks? If the answer to these questions isn't a resounding yes, it might be time to reevaluate your relationships and make adjustments that align with the life you're designing. Building a supportive and growth-oriented network. It's not just about finding people who are positive or kind, it's about surrounding yourself with individuals who are aligned with the mindset, values, and aspirations that you're working toward. Here's how you can start building a strong support system. 1. Mentors are invaluable in guiding you through the complexities of pursuing your vision. Look for people who have already achieved what you're aiming for and who embody the qualities you admire. Mentors can provide advice, share their experiences, and offer perspectives that help you avoid pitfalls. 2. Whether it's a mastermind group, a professional association, or an online community, surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who share similar goals can be incredibly motivating. These communities often provide a mix of inspiration, accountability, and opportunities to learn from others' successes and challenges. 3. Invest in relationships that energize you. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with certain people. Do they leave you feeling motivated, inspired, and uplifted, or do they drain your energy and make you doubt yourself? Focus on nurturing relationships that energize and encourage you, while gently distancing yourself from those that don't. 4. Healthy relationships are a two-way street. Seek connections where there's mutual respect, support, and growth. Be as committed to helping others achieve their goals as you are to pursuing your own. A strong support system is built on genuine give and take. As you grow and pursue your vision, you may encounter relationships that no longer serve you, or worse, actively hold you back. These can be friendships, family ties, or professional connections that are toxic, draining, or discouraging. Recognizing these relationships is crucial if you want to protect your energy and maintain your focus. Here are some red flags to watch out for. Constant negativity or criticism. People who always find faults in your ideas or undermine your confidence are not aligned with your growth. If someone frequently tries to one-up you, dismisses your successes, or reacts with jealousy instead of genuine happiness, they may be operating from a scarcity mindset. Beware of relationships where someone tries to control your decisions, guilt you into prioritizing their needs over your own, or subtly discourage you from pursuing your goals. Navigating these relationships doesn't always mean cutting people out entirely. Sometimes it's about setting healthy boundaries, limiting your exposure to negative influences, or having honest conversations about how their behavior affects you. In some cases, though, letting go of toxic relationships may be necessary to create space for more supportive connections. Accountability is a powerful motivator. Having someone in your corner who's committed to holding you accountable to your goals can significantly increase your chances of success. This could be a trusted friend, a coach, or a peer who's also working towards similar objectives. Here's how to establish effective accountability partnerships. Set clear expectations. Decide on the frequency and format of your check-ins. Will you meet weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly? Will you focus on specific goals or provide more general support? Be honest and transparent. Accountability only works when there's trust and openness. Share your challenges, setbacks, and wins authentically, and expect the same in return. Offer constructive feedback. A good accountability partner isn't just a cheerleader, they're also willing to give you honest, constructive feedback when needed. This helps you stay on track and correct course if you're drifting away from your goals. While it's essential to have a strong support system, remember that this is your journey. The people you surround yourself with can guide, encourage, and support you, but ultimately you are responsible for your decisions and actions. It's important to strike a balance between seeking guidance from others and trusting your own instincts. Too much reliance on others' opinions can dilute your vision, while too little connection can leave you feeling isolated and unsupported. The goal is to create a support network that aligns with your goals while maintaining your independence and self-direction. Your environment isn't just made up of people, it also includes the spaces you inhabit, the media you consume, and the routines you establish. Surround yourself with environments that uplift you, inspire creativity, and keep you focused on your vision. Here are a few ways to elevate your environment. Curate positive influences. Be intentional about the books, podcasts, and content you engage with. Choose resources that align with your goals and inspire growth. Create a space that reflects your vision. Whether it's your workspace, home, or creative area, design environments that reflect the life you're building. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, such as vision boards, affirmations, or meaningful objects. Engage in growth-oriented activities. Regularly participate in activities that expand your mind, challenge your thinking, and inspire new ideas. This could be anything from attending workshops to exploring creative hobbies. When you surround yourself with people, communities, and environments that align with your vision, everything becomes easier. You're more motivated, more focused, and more resilient when challenges arise. Your support system can open doors to opportunities you hadn't considered, introduce you to valuable resources, and push you to keep striving toward your goals. Remember, designing your dream life is not a solo endeavor. It's a journey that's enriched by the right relationships, environments, and influences. By intentionally curating a support system that aligns with your vision, you're setting yourself up for success, both in achieving your goals and in enjoying the process along the way. Chapter 10. Staying aligned and avoiding distractions. As you continue on your journey of designing your dream life, one of the biggest challenges you'll face is staying aligned with your vision amid the endless distractions of everyday life. In a world full of constant noise, competing demands, and shiny objects, it's easy to get sidetracked. But maintaining alignment with your goals is key to turning your vision into reality. This chapter is all about helping you stay focused on what truly matters, avoid the distractions that pull you off course, and consistently make decisions that are in harmony with your vision. Motivation is fleeting. There will be days when you feel inspired and driven, and other days when motivation is nowhere to be found. This is where alignment comes in. When your daily actions, decisions, and habits align with your vision, you don't need to rely solely on motivation. Instead, you're guided by a deeper sense of purpose that keeps you on track, even when motivation wanes. Think of alignment as the internal compass that consistently points you in the right direction. When you're aligned, everything flows more naturally, you're more productive, more focused, and more at peace with the path you're on. Distractions come in many forms, and not all of them are obvious. Sure, social media, excessive screen time, and endless notifications are clear distractions. But distractions can also be more subtle, like taking on commitments that don't align with your goals, getting caught up in comparison, or allowing other people's priorities to override your own. Some common distractions that pull people off course include the urgency trap, constantly reacting to what feels urgent rather than focusing on what's important; shiny object syndrome, chasing every new opportunity, idea, or trend, even if it doesn't align with your long-term goals; comparing your journey to others and feeling pressured to keep up, leading to decisions that aren't true to your own vision. Recognizing these distractions is the first step. The second step is learning how to navigate them without losing sight of what truly matters to you. Creating systems and boundaries to stay aligned. Staying aligned with your vision isn't just about willpower, it's about creating systems and boundaries that protect your focus. These systems act as guardrails, keeping you on track, even when distractions arise. Here's how you can build systems and boundaries that help you stay aligned. 1. Establish a clear morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. A morning routine that aligns with your goals and values can help you enter each day with clarity and intention. Whether it's journaling, meditation, exercise, or setting your daily priorities, your morning routine should support your overall vision. 2. Time blocking is a powerful tool for staying focused on what matters most. By scheduling specific blocks of time for your most important tasks, you create intentional space for deep work, creativity, and progress. This reduces the risk of distractions taking over your day. 3. One of the most effective ways to avoid distractions is by setting firm boundaries. This might mean saying no to commitments that don't align with your goals, limiting time spent on social media, or creating dedicated periods of uninterrupted work. Protecting your time and energy is crucial if you want to stay aligned with your vision. 4. Alignment isn't a one-time achievement, it's something you maintain through regular reflection. Set aside time weekly or monthly to review your goals, assess your progress, and identify any distractions that might be creeping in. These check-ins help you course correct and stay true to your path. One of the most effective ways to stay aligned is by mastering the art of saying no. In a world that's constantly demanding more from you, more time, more attention, more effort, saying no becomes a powerful tool for protecting what truly matters. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your vision, you're saying yes to your goals, your priorities, and your growth. But saying no doesn't have to be harsh or negative. It's about being intentional with your resources, your time, energy, and focus, so that they're spent on the things that matter most to you. When you're clear on your priorities, it becomes easier to say no to distractions, even when they're disguised as opportunities. Remember, not every opportunity is right for you, and it's okay to decline offers that don't serve your vision. One of the biggest distractions people face is the pressure to keep up with others. In a world where everyone's achievements are on display, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. But comparison is the thief of joy, and it's one of the quickest ways to lose sight of your own vision. Your journey is unique. Your pace, your path, and your goals are yours alone. Trying to rush your progress or conform to someone else's timeline only leads to frustration and burnout. Instead, focus on staying true to your own path, even if it looks different from what others are doing. Here's how to stay focused on your own pace. Limit your exposure to comparison triggers. Be mindful of how much time you spend on platforms or in environments that trigger comparison. Curate your social media feed to include voices that uplift and inspire you rather than ones that make you feel inadequate. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Take time to acknowledge and celebrate your milestones. This builds momentum and keeps you motivated to continue on your journey. Trust the process. Building your dream life takes time. Trust that the work you're putting in now is laying the foundation for future success, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Even with the best intentions, there will be times when you get distracted or veer off course. The key is to recognize when it's happening and course correct quickly. When you notice yourself drifting away from your vision, don't beat yourself up. Instead, refocus and realign. Here's how to course correct effectively. 1. Acknowledge the distraction. Be honest with yourself about what's pulling you off course. Is it a new project that's taken up more time than you expected? A social obligation that's draining your energy? Once you identify the distraction, you can take steps to address it. 2. Revisit your vision and goals. Go back to your blueprint. Remind yourself of why you're pursuing this vision in the first place. Sometimes simply reconnecting with your why can reignite your focus and help you get back on track. 3. Course correcting isn't about perfection, it's about staying adaptable. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to make adjustments. Maybe it's time to set firmer boundaries, tweak your schedule, or reevaluate your priorities. The goal is to stay aligned, even if it means making changes along the way. When you learn to stay aligned with your vision and avoid distractions, you unlock a new level of freedom. You're no longer pulled in a million directions or overwhelmed by competing demands. Instead, you move through life with clarity, purpose, and intention. The distractions may still be there, but they lose their power over you when you're rooted in your vision. Remember, alignment is an ongoing process. It requires regular reflection, course corrections, and the courage to say no when necessary. But the rewards are worth it. Living a life that's fully aligned with your values, passions, and dreams is a freedom that few people experience. As you continue on this journey, keep your eyes on what truly matters. Let your vision guide your actions, and trust that staying aligned, even in a world full of distractions, will lead you to the life you've always envisioned. Chapter 11. Celebrating Progress and Course Correcting. As you move closer to designing and living your dream life, it's easy to get caught up in always striving for the next milestone. While ambition and drive are essential, it's equally important to pause, recognize your progress, and celebrate how far you've come. Acknowledging your wins, both big and small, is not just about feeling good in the moment. It's a vital practice that sustains motivation, builds confidence, and reinforces the belief that you're on the right path. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of celebrating your progress, how to do it in meaningful ways, and how to regularly course correct to ensure you stay aligned with your vision as it evolves. In our fast-paced, goal-driven world, it's common to achieve something and quickly move on to the next challenge without taking the time to reflect on what you've accomplished. But celebrating your progress is about more than just giving yourself a pat on the back. It's a powerful tool that reinforces positive behavior, builds momentum, and keeps you energized on your journey. Here's why celebrating your wins matters. It builds confidence. Every win, no matter how small, is evidence that you're capable of moving closer to your vision. When you take time to acknowledge these wins, you strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed. It creates positive reinforcement. Celebrating milestones conditions your mind to associate progress with positive emotions. This creates a feedback loop that makes you more likely to stay committed to your goals. It enhances motivation. The journey toward your dream can be long and filled with challenges. Celebrating along the way keeps your motivation high, reminding you that your hard work is paying off. Celebration doesn't have to be extravagant or time-consuming. What matters most is that it feels meaningful to you. Here are some ideas for celebrating your wins, whether they're big achievements or small daily victories. 1. Take time to write about your progress in a journal. Reflect on what you've accomplished, the challenges you've overcome, and how you've grown. This practice not only helps you recognize your wins but also deepens your appreciation for the journey. 2. Don't keep your victories to yourself. Share them with supportive friends, family, or mentors who understand your journey. Celebrating together amplifies the joy and reinforces your progress. 3. Treat yourself to something you enjoy, a favorite meal, a relaxing day off, or a small gift that symbolizes your achievement. Rewards don't have to be grand, they just need to feel special and intentional. 4. Consider creating a visual representation of your progress, like a vision board with milestones checked off, a progress chart, or a jar where you place notes of each win. These visual reminders keep your momentum front and center. 5. Remember, it's not just about achieving the final goal. Celebrate the effort, the consistency, and the growth along the way. Did you stick to your habits this week? Did you face a challenge with resilience? Celebrate those moments. While it's crucial to celebrate your progress, it's equally important to regularly check in with yourself and assess whether you're still moving in the right direction. Life changes, priorities shift, and your vision may evolve over time. Course correction isn't a sign of failure, it's a sign of growth and self-awareness. Here's how to regularly course correct and stay aligned. 1. Conduct quarterly vision reviews. Set aside time every few months to review your vision, goals, and progress. Ask yourself, does my current vision still resonate with who I am and what I want? Are the goals I'm pursuing aligned with my values and priorities? What's working well, and where do I need to make adjustments? 2. Sometimes, goals that once felt important may no longer align with your evolving vision. Don't be afraid to let go of goals that no longer serve you. This creates space for new opportunities that better reflect who you are becoming. 3. Small adjustments to your daily habits and routines can have a significant impact on your long-term success. If something isn't working, whether it's a productivity method, a morning routine, or a project plan, be flexible and willing to try new approaches. 4. Course correction often involves facing setbacks or unexpected challenges. Instead of viewing these as failures, see them as opportunities to refine your strategy. Each setback carries a lesson that can help you make better decisions moving forward. As you pursue your dream, it's essential to balance ambition with contentment. There's a fine line between striving for more and appreciating what you already have. Being ambitious and driven doesn't mean you can't find joy and fulfillment in the present moment. In fact, contentment can fuel sustainable growth, because it's rooted in gratitude and a positive mindset. Here's how to strike that balance. Practice gratitude. Make gratitude a daily habit. Reflect on what you're thankful for, not just your progress, but the support, opportunities, and growth you've experienced along the way. While it's important to keep your vision in mind, don't get so focused on the future that you miss the present. Engage fully in the tasks, conversations, and experiences of today, knowing they're part of the bigger picture. Success isn't just about hitting milestones, it's about living in alignment with your values and feeling fulfilled. Define what success means to you, and measure your progress based on your own criteria, not society's standards. One of the greatest rewards of designing your own dream is the joy that comes from fully engaging in the process. When you're aligned with your vision, committed to growth, and regularly celebrating your wins, you'll find that the journey itself is as fulfilling as reaching the destination. Remember that every step you take, every challenge you overcome, and every milestone you achieve is part of the unique path you're creating. Celebrate those moments, course correct as needed, and keep moving forward with a sense of gratitude and purpose. Your dream isn't just something to achieve, it's something to live every day. Embrace the process, celebrate your progress, and trust that by staying aligned, you're building the life you've always envisioned. Chapter 12. Living Your Design Life. The journey continues. You've spent time identifying your true vision, breaking free from limiting beliefs, learning how to stay aligned, and celebrating your progress. Now, it's time to look at the bigger picture, living your design life every single day, not as a final destination, but as an ongoing journey of growth, discovery, and fulfillment. Designing your dream life isn't a one-time event, it's a dynamic, evolving process. As you grow, your dreams may expand, shift, or even change completely. The key is to stay committed to living in alignment with who you are and what matters most to you, even as life throws curveballs or presents new opportunities. In this final chapter, we'll explore how to maintain momentum, stay adaptable, and embrace your design life as a continuous, ever-evolving journey. The myth of arrival, why there's no final destination. One of the biggest misconceptions about pursuing your dream life is the idea that there's a specific point of arrival, a moment when you've finally made it, where everything is perfect and you're completely fulfilled. The truth is, life is constantly changing, and so are you. What excites you today may look different a year, 5 years, or even a decade from now. Rather than chasing a static destination, embrace the idea that your dream life is about the process, not just the outcome. It's about continuously aligning your actions, decisions, and goals with your evolving self. When you approach life this way, every moment becomes an opportunity to live your dream, not just someday in the future, but right now. The power of daily habits. Success in designing your dream life doesn't come from massive, one-time efforts. It comes from consistent, intentional actions taken day after day. The habits you build, the routines you follow, and the small decisions you make each day all add up to create your reality. Here's how you can sustain the momentum you've built. 1. Commit to non-negotiable habits. Identify a few key habits that are essential for maintaining your vision. Whether it's morning meditation, daily exercise, or consistent journaling, make these habits non-negotiable, no matter what life throws your way. 2. Regularly set aside time to reflect on your journey. Are your daily actions still aligned with your vision? Do you need to adjust your goals or routines to stay on track? Reflection keeps you mindful of where you're headed and helps you pivot when needed. 3. Perfection is an illusion that can lead to burnout and frustration. Instead, focus on making steady progress. Some days you'll be more productive than others, and that's okay. What matters is that you're moving forward, even if it's at your own pace. Life is unpredictable, and things rarely go exactly as planned. Embracing change and staying adaptable are crucial skills if you want to thrive in your designed life. The vision you hold today might evolve as you gain new experiences, learn new skills, or encounter unexpected challenges. Here's how to stay flexible while remaining aligned with your core values. Stay curious. Curiosity keeps you open to new possibilities. Instead of resisting change, approach it with a mindset of curiosity and growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this change enhance my vision? Sometimes, life will nudge you in a different direction. Maybe an unexpected opportunity arises that aligns with your values but wasn't part of your original plan. Don't be afraid to pivot if it feels right. Your path is your own, and it doesn't have to follow a straight line. As you grow, you might outgrow certain goals, relationships, or routines. Letting go isn't about failure, it's about making space for new opportunities that better align with who you are becoming. While achieving big goals is rewarding, true fulfillment often comes from the small, everyday moments. It's in the quiet, simple experiences, the meaningful conversation with a friend, the satisfaction of a well-spent day, the joy of doing work you love, that you find the richness of life. Don't get so focused on the future that you miss the beauty of the present. Here are some ways to find fulfillment in the everyday. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness brings you into the present moment, helping you fully experience the joy, peace, and contentment available right now. Whether it's savoring a cup of coffee, enjoying a walk in nature, or being fully present in a conversation, mindfulness allows you to appreciate life as it happens. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already abundant in your life. Make it a habit to regularly reflect on what you're grateful for, no matter how small. Gratitude is a powerful tool for sustaining joy and fulfillment. Remember to celebrate not just the milestones but the journey itself. The learning, growth, and experiences you gather along the way are just as important as the goals you achieve. Celebrate the fact that you're living intentionally and creating a life that's true to you. Designing your dream life isn't a one-time decision, it's a lifelong commitment to growth, evolution, and authenticity. As you move forward, your vision will continue to expand, your goals will evolve, and new dreams will emerge. Embrace this growth with an open heart, knowing that every stage of your journey brings new opportunities for self-discovery and fulfillment. Here's how to stay committed to this lifelong journey. Adopt a growth mindset. View every experience, whether success, failure, or somewhere in between, as an opportunity to learn and grow. Growth is a continuous process, and adopting this mindset ensures that you remain open to new possibilities. As you evolve, so should your definition of success. Success isn't just about hitting milestones, it's about living a life that aligns with your values, passions, and purpose. Regularly redefine what success looks like to you as you grow and change. Stay aligned with your core values. No matter how your goals shift or your vision evolves, your core values should remain your guiding compass. These values ground you, helping you make decisions that reflect who you are and what truly matters to you. As you close this chapter and continue your journey, remember that the life you're designing is uniquely yours. It's a reflection of your dreams, your values, and your vision. Don't be afraid to keep refining, experimenting, and evolving as you go. The beauty of designing your own life is that there are no fixed rules. You get to decide what works for you, what feels right, and what brings you joy. The journey isn't always easy, but it's incredibly rewarding. By staying aligned, celebrating your progress, and embracing the constant evolution of your vision, you're living with intention, purpose, and authenticity. And that, in itself, is a dream worth pursuing. So keep going, keep growing, and keep living in alignment with the life you've designed. The journey continues, and it's one that you get to shape every step of the way. Final words. As you reach the end of this book, remember that designing your own dream is a journey, not a destination. It's a path defined by your values, passions, and vision, a life that reflects who you truly are and what matters most to you. Along the way, you'll face challenges, encounter setbacks, and evolve in ways you never expected. But through it all, the key is to stay true to yourself and remain aligned with the life you're creating. The steps you take, no matter how small, are significant. Every decision, habit, and moment of reflection brings you closer to the life you envision. Embrace the process, celebrate the progress, and trust that by living with intention, you're continuously moving toward a life that feels fulfilling and authentic. Your dream is unique, and so is your journey. Keep designing, keep evolving, and most importantly, keep living in alignment with who you truly are. The best is yet to come. Enjoy every step along the way. Take care and be well. Take care and be well.